Hey guys, welcome back. Here to tell you some interesting information I found this week. Starting off with the Xbox 360 might be obsolete sooner than we thought. Apparently there's a dev team out there that's been working on putting an emulator on your PC for the Xbox 360. And of course, if you go to YouTube and decide to search it and you go all around, you probably get a bunch of Trojan viruses, a bunch of fake stuff that's not gonna work. But regardless, through sources, the real developer has actually been saying the status of the project is that it is coming along very well. After a long period of inactivity, many games get to title screens, though don't draw much. I'm really hoping AMD gets its shit together and releases Mantle soon, as it will make emulating the GPU related things significantly easier. Now, one of the implications that I've actually been looking at for this, for some of the games you've played on the Xbox 360, it's been laggy, frame rate's real bad. If you do an emulation, and if it's a 64-bit emulation software, then that means if you have a gaming PC, then you'll be able to play the game in maximum quality, maximum frame rate, maximum everything. Now, also some devices such as the Booyah, if you can modify it, or the Steam Box, considerably since those run operating systems, you could probably put the emulation software on there if it runs on Linux. In which case, so you could have a all-purpose, all-in-one media system. So you could have a Steam Box to play your Steam games, switch over immediately. You know, you could maybe dual partition the hard drive, run Windows, then go into that if it needs Windows. And then, hey, you play your Xbox 360 games all on your Steam Box. And if they develop a Sony one, you know, an emulation software, which they probably won't. I mean, they can, obviously, since they're doing the 360. Sony's released a PlayStation Now store, or you can get the older games through there. But definitely a cheaper option than going out and spending $500 for the new Xbox One, or $200 for a shitty 4 gig Xbox 360. You could just go out and spend $300 to $400 on a Steam Box and get everything in the Steam library, plus all the games on the Xbox 360. And as soon as the emulation software is released, as we've seen on most games that are single player on the PC, there's going to be a mod developed for it for multiplayer. You don't have to worry about that too much, because they're not going to connect to the Xbox Live servers, obviously. But I see that there'll be mods for that for multiplayer, so the multiplayer for many games that are going to be dying, or have already died, will be revamped because people can just use their PC for it. You can already use an Xbox 360 controller now, so I'd like to see where this is going to go. Along with those frame rate problems, Titanfall. Along with those frame rate problems, Titanfall is seemingly to have a lot of frame rate problems on the Xbox One. And I imagine more come to the Xbox 360. Now, if most of you didn't know, on Modern Warfare 2, most of you didn't know already by now, Respawn is the original creators of Call of Duty series, Infinity Ward. At least 98% of them or so. Now, the last game they developed, which was Modern Warfare 2, there was a spot on sub-based where you could get into a certain spot and you could lag the game. The frame rate would go down. Well, that's apparently the same thing that comes on at Titanfall. I don't know which map it is. There's not much on it. I haven't found a video on it yet. But you can stuff a bunch of Titans into a corner and you can just start pushing back into each other. And it'll lag the game to the point where the frame rate is down to single frame. Not if it didn't already have frame rate problems as enough. And that will be for the entire game, not just the person who's in the... And Sony's also decided to back Oculus Rift. If you guys haven't heard about what Oculus Rift is, it's a virtual reality headset that, of course, you just put over your eyes like a pair of goggles, and it has 2 screens in it. Also has motion tracking to go with that, so as you look around, it has the gyroscope, so it actually moves around the map instead of a joystick. Well, those have been in development for about 2 years, and Sony has now decided to back Oculus. Now, I kind of had to figure one of them, Xbox and or Sony, was going to do it, but I didn't really know which one it was. Sony has apparently put the money in, and so in which case that means Xbox is going to come out with a even more rushed, more buggy product. Now, with that being said, I mean, I got nothing against Xbox and what they do. But sadly, I have a feeling that if they put the VR headsets in, that they're going to be making it where it works somewhere with the Kinect. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Kinect, but as you know, we'll see what Xbox has to come out with. But with PlayStation lovers, you guys will be able to get the VR headsets probably before anyone else. Now, of course, this is just new information. They haven't said anything that it's going to be used for any specific types of games yet or anything like that. But the point is it's in the works, and hopefully within the next few years, we'll actually see something coming out of Sony. And I really do appreciate you guys watching. If you do guys like any of this information or anything about these videos, feel free to hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.